Hey guys, and welcome to my first April makeup basket. I've decided to start doing them fortnightly, possibly weekly. We'll see how it goes. I am doing a lot of projects this year, and I don't want to I don't want to give spoilers when I do like my monthly makeup baskets at the start of the month for products that are going to be in projects starting later in the month. For instance, in April, I have a Fantastic Ladies collab coming up in the middle of the month, which I'm super excited about. But it doesn't start until the 14th. And I don't want to give anyone to get the idea that I'm maybe like cheating on my products, like cheating on my projects. Once I decide that a product is going to be in a project, I stop using the product until that project starts. I'm just going to give a cheeky little example. This is the Becca Bally Sands. It's going to be in that collab. I'm excited. I love this bronzer, and I know I'm going to be able to finish up within the time frame of the project. So as soon as I decided it was going to be in that project, I stopped using it and I put it aside. I'm now currently surrounded by makeup because I was umming and ahhing about whether or not to put it all in. I was like, no, it's gonna be too spoilery. It's gonna be too overwhelming. My basket is already busting at the sides because of the amount of makeup I put in it. So I've pared it all down to a very basic, shall we say, a very basic selection of makeup. So we shall just get started with the usuals. Of course, I have my Urban Decay Primer Potion. I have my Pan That palette in there and my palette of the month. As far as other eye products go, I actually have very few out. So yeah, I have very few other eye products to talk about. I have my mascara, the Super Shock Definition is one I'm currently working on. I have two eyeliners. I have the Glimmer Stick in black brown, which is basically just black. And then I have the Glimmer Stick Diamond in brown sugar, which is basically just a dark brown with shimmer. So I'm going to be working on those two. I have a eyeshadow pencil. This is the Laura Mercier Amethyst, which I'm hoping to make a lot of progress on this month. I have actually lost a cream shadow that was in a project, the rose gold version of this. I kind of thought about subbing in another product. I'm not too sure. I'm thinking of popping in the Ample Amber from Clinique, because as you can see there's very little left of it. It's kind of broken as well, which doesn't help, or does help depending on how you look at it. It's, you know, it's broken in the tube. You know what? We'll throw it in. We'll do it. Live on the wild side. And then lastly, we have my brow pencil. This is the number 7 brow pencil. There's not a whole lot left in it, but I do have a brow pencil in an upcoming project that I'm going to work on. So I'll add that in my April basket. Number 2. On to face stuff. For primers, I have two little sample size ones. We have the Smashbox Photo Finish it's the Radiance one. It's the Photo Finish Radiance. Let's just call it that. And then we have the Instant Smooth Perfecting Touch Primer from Clarins and the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I'm hoping to move at least one of these out before I do my second makeup basket, but we'll see what happens. I'm in no real rush. For foundation, I have two that happen to be both full coverage, long lasting, lies. We have the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light and the Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation, which I started using for the first time this past week. Not loving it. Not loving it. It is really nice coverage. It's an alright colour. It doesn't last all day, I'll say that. It's not as long wearing as it claims to be, and it makes me look old. If I don't mix it with like a Radiance product, it makes me look old. Whereas this, I can use it by itself, lasts all day, it's amazing coverage. I can mix it with a Radiance primer, mix it with Radiance Illuminator or whatever, and it looks fab. I'm glad I'm working to move this out of my collection, because it's not all it's cracked up to be. For concealers, this is a bit excessive. I do have 4. Mostly because I don't know how much is in these guys, because they're opaque tubes. We have the YSL All Hours concealer, and then I have the 3 Touche Magique concealers. I have 2 in rose beige and 1 in ivory beige. But like I say, all 3 of them are open. I have no idea how much is in either of them, so I'm going to start working my way through these guys, and if I should happen to finish them all, I'll use the YSL one. Although I might just use the YSL one around my mouth anyway, because it's more long wearing. These guys are more for like under the eyes and highlighting sort of business. For liquid illuminators, I have the No. 7 Skin Illuminator and the Revolution Liquid Highlight in Liquid Starlight, which I've actually been really loving this stuff. I had been using it on just like on top of my foundation to highlight certain areas, which is nice. I like it like that. It can go very overboard very quickly, I will say that, but mixing it in with foundation, I found it is the only way I can get the Kat Von D to work for me properly. But mixing it in with foundation works really well, and it's a great way to go through the product. And the Skin Illuminator from No. 7 in Nude is a long time love for me. It's been in and out of project pans. It's currently in one, so we're gonna work on it. To set everything, I have my No. 7 Translucent Perfect Light Powder. I have 2 of these in my collection to work my way through, so you're gonna be seeing this guy for a while. For powder highlight, I'm still using my Guerlain Meteorites. I just changed up from the Becca one. Actually, I don't think I did a March makeup bag, did I? I don't think I did. Oops. Anyways, I'm not sure if I mentioned in my February makeup bag or if it was the March one that I didn't film. I swapped out the Becca powder illuminator for the Guerlain one to try and work on it a little bit. I have been really, really enjoying it. It goes really well with the Revolution liquid highlight. But I'm actually getting a really nice dip going in there. For bronzer, I've pulled out the Terracotta Four Seasons again. I say again, it was probably what was in my last makeup basket that you saw, but for a while I was using this guy. But now I'm back on this one. So it's perfect for like springtime. It's not too warm and not too heavy, not too pigmented. I have 2 powder blushes and a cream blush, the Boho Chic from NYX. I'm going to try and get as much wear out of this as possible. And then we have the 2 powder ones. This is Nude Mauve from Max Factor. This is the one I keep in my makeup bag for touch-ups. And then we have Aphrodisiac from Colourpop, which, oh, guys, I like the colour. I really like the colour, but more of it ends up in my sink than on my face. So I think the powder is just what I'm trying to get on my brush. It covers my sink. I'll be glad when I'm done with it. For lips, I have a really nice handful of products here. Right here. For liners, I've got 3 liners. We have the Glimmer Stick in Plumberry, which is a really nice purple. I don't know if you can see that. Purple. Purple, purple. We have Coral from the same range. And then we have Warm Poppy from Laura Mercier, which again is kind of orangey red. I've pulled out the NARS Cruella lipstick. Gorgeous, gorgeous red shade. We'll see how much we can get used up of that. 2 liquid lipsticks. We have, they're both Gen Nude ones. We have Boss and Swank. So I'll be working my way through those guys as much as possible. 1 lip gloss in the shade Resist Me. It's a shimmery beige, just believe me. And then 3 lipsticks. This guy has been in my makeup bag for a couple of months now and just doesn't seem to be going any place. This is Forever Striking from Max Factor. It's a gorgeous matte orange. And then we have Crank from Urban Decay. And if I want like a nudie lipstick, we have Hepburn Honey from Charlotte Tilbury. And that is it. That is possibly the smallest makeup basket that I've had in a while, but I feel like I talked a really long time about all the products. So, yeah, like I say, I'm going to do another one in a couple of weeks' time. So around about like the 15th, 20th-ness. Probably before the 20th, because there's no point in doing a makeup basket for the last 10 days of the month, is there? But yes, I'm going to do another makeup basket later on in the month. And let me know if you prefer weekly ones, like little quick 10-minute ones. Just be like, oh, this is what's going to be in it. I think that's all I wanted to say. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.